Hello. So I saw this Reddit post posted by Pussy. What a name. Uh, is there someone who's willing to do this puzzle, expert, and post the video with commentary? After 2 hours, multiple attempts, I get stuck at the same place. This isn't normally something I would do, but it's itching, and I need to scratch that itch. So I figured this is definitely down my wheelhouse to just try to quickly solve this puzzle, and maybe that'll help out multiple people who like to solve classic Sudokus. Now, I definitely recommend leaving the world of computer generated Sudokus and joining the world of artisanally handcrafted variant Sudokus that are such as done by Cracking the Cryptic or on Logic Masters Germany, various places you can find those. I find them much more interesting, but I don't mind doing a classic every once in a while. So let's give this a try. I imported this into Sudoku Pad, my favorite solving software, and I named it Expert Sudoku by Computer Algorithm because that's likely who created it. So let's get started. And I did have a little pre-scan of this grid, though I haven't solved it yet. And I did notice something cool from the start, which maybe prompted me to make this video in the first place, which is this does have the New York Times trick in it. So the way you find this is you want to look for basically a fairly restricted row or column, such as this one, where in one box, you're basically looking for 2 or 3 open slots if you ignore one of the boxes. And then you look for givens in that box you're ignoring that aren't already givens in the column. So in this case, 4, 7, and 8 aren't already givens in the column. 4, 7, and 8 can't go here. So we have 3 spots for 3 numbers. So this is what's called a hidden triple. This is 4, 7, 8. That's a really nice way to find a hidden triple. The New York Times puts this in their hard puzzles a lot. So not every day, but it's always nice to scan for that. Just right at the start, it can give you a nice boost. What's left in the column, 2 and 3, this 3 tells us the order. So we immediately get some digits from that. And let's go from there. So there's 2 things I like to do when starting. One is just scanning for hiddens, as well as places where a digit can only be 2 places in a box. So, and you can do those at the same time. So let's do that to start with. We have this 2 here. These 2s all look in. So 2 is limited to 2 places in this box. This 5 looks up. This 5 looks over. That limits 5 to 2 places here. These 5s now point down. This 5 points down. And this 5 looks over. So 5's in 2 places here. Let's see. These 7s do look over. This 7 looks down. So 7's in 2 places here. And I use center marks for what values that cell is limited down to, and I use corner marks for when a value is limited within that box to those locations. That's usually called Snyder notation, invented by Thomas Snyder, or at least popularized by Thomas Snyder. I don't know the full story. 4s are in 3 spots. I'm not going to mark that. 9s, not quite. 8's not quite. Okay, well, I do see that there are some restricted rows, columns, and boxes, so we're just going to pencil those and see if we get some interesting results from that. So this box needs a 1, a 5, and a 9. That does give us a naked single 1 there. So this 4, 8, 7 hidden triple is a gift that seems to keep on giving. We have 3 digits left now in this column. So let's mark that. We need 3, 4. Yeah, of course, the 3 here sees here. So this is a hidden 3. I should have seen that. And then left over is a 4 and an 8. And those are also resolved. So we have the 4 and the 8. Okay, so what else can we do? This column has 4 digits left. That could be worth marking. So let's do that. I think that's the most restricted, at least that I'm scanning at the moment. So we need a 2, 3, 4, we need 5, 6, and 9. Ah, yes, so we have a naked single here. This can't be 2, 5, or 9. Sees them here. So we have a 6. That can't be 6, 9, can't be 5, 6, can't be 2, 6. Getting some nice buy values. So often when you get stuck, just staring at the buy values and by buy value, I mean a cell that's limited to 2 candidates. Staring at buy values can often be fruitful. So we might end up using that at some point. But let's just keep scanning for more obvious things. So let's see here. This row is somewhat restricted. I'm not super happy about marking 5 candidates, but let's see if we find anything interesting. This 1 and 6 are here already. The 9 and 2, though, might be interesting just because they're restricted out of this cell. So let's just fill this cell. We have 1, 2, could be 3, could be 4, could be 5. Oh, no, it can't be 5. Sorry, didn't scan the row right. Can't be 6 or 8. So it looks like 7 is what's left because it can't be 9 either. So 3, 4, 7 isn't as restricted as I hoped. Okay, this 9, 2, and 3 don't have any matching digits in the row, so this one's going to be very restricted. It can't be 1, 2, 3. It could be 4. It can't be 5 or 6. It could be 7 or 8. Oh, sorry, not 8. So that's actually a bi-value cell. Let's see here. 8 is matched in the row, but 7 and 2 are not, so this is probably restricted as well. Maybe I should have just done the whole row. I don't really see this cell or this cell being interesting, though. So let's just fill this one. Can't be 1 or 2, could be 3, could be 4, can't be 5, 6, 7, 8, or it could be 9, though. So there we go, 3, 4, and 9. Ah, this 4 does look in, so 4 is limited to these two. That might come in handy at some point. So this cell might be pretty restricted because I'm seeing the 4, 3, 8, 7, 2, 5. So we could be 1, can't be 2, 3, 4, 5. We could be 6, can't be 7, 8. Could be 9. All right. Are these two cells interesting? Can't be 9, 2, 8, 5, 3. Well, this one can't be 3. So let's fill these. These can be 1, can't be 2. This one can be 3, but not that one. 4, can't be 5. Could be 6 and 7. That's not as exciting as I hoped. I'm tempted to delete the candidates in this one because it's just not that restricted, but I already filled it, so let's keep it for now. This 4 looks down, and so these 4 is limited here, but that's actually not going to do much because we have the 4s already vertically. All right, what am I missing here? There's probably some more restricted cells that I haven't seen. So we can start just penciling more of them, because I'm not really seeing much to do with Snyder in this puzzle. So this cell seems to be at a pretty decent intersection. So we could be 1 or 2. Oh, sorry, not even 2. Yeah, can't be 3, 4. Could be 5, 6. Can't be 7, 8, or 9. Nothing too interesting with that yet. I'm just going to fill these 5 in this box against my better judgment, just for something to do. So 2, 3, 4. Can't be 5, 6. Could be 7, 9. And we'll just clean up our red marks here. So we did find a 3, 7 here. We almost have a 2, 3, 7 triple. Or a 3, 7 pair if we can prove this can't be a 2, but I'm not seeing immediately a way to do that. Maybe there's another 2, 3, 7 in this column. Well, these can't be 3. Or 8. Okay, so I'm seeing, oh yeah, these 8's looking up. That 8 looks over. I missed this hidden 8. It's been there for a while. So that gives us the 4. Nice. Doesn't resolve the 7, 8, unfortunately. This 4 is looking over, and this 4, oops. These two 4s look over. These two 4s look over. Leaving 4 in one of these two. And so now where does 4 go in this column? These 4s that I penciled in tell me that 4s can't be in any of these cells. So 4 is in one of these 3, which I am going to mark for now. But because that's important, because that means that 4 cannot be here. Because this column claims the 4. If I put a 4 here, there's nowhere to put 4 in this column, is another way to put that. So this is 7, another digit. This cannot be 7. So now 7's limited. 7 is very limited. So 7 can't be here, 7 can't be here, and 7 can't be here. So 7's in one of these two. Unfortunately not resolved yet. about 7's here? 7's in one of these two. Okay. I feel like we're making some good progress here. Ah, this can't be 7 anymore. Let's unfill that. There's 4 digits left here. It looks like it's 2, 3, 4, 9. So let's just fill that here. Nothing to... Oh, this can't be 4, though, because of these force claiming. So let's mark that. I'm curious if this ends up a pair. Let's fill what these are. So we could be 1, can't be 2, 3, could be 4, can't be 5, could be 6, can't be 7, 8, and then this one can be 9. Not super exciting there. Interestingly, if this is a 5, then that's a 5. And that's a 5. Is that helpful? Not seeing anything with that yet, but that might come in handy later. It's always good to sort of look at geometry like that, where I noticed 5 is limited in these cells. So if that's a 5, it does place a 5, and then I have 5s marked here. But yeah, nothing to do with that yet. Okay, what do we want to do next? Probably just penciling some more cells. It seems like this puzzle is going to require a good amount of penciling. I'm looking at 7 in this column. It's limited to here or here. But I can't see anything that would tell us which one it is yet. Let's just pencil the column then. So we can't be 1, 2, could be 3, 4, 5, can't be 6, could be 7 or 9. Ooh, actually I found a naked single through that. So this can't be 1 or 2, can't be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Yeah, that's true. So that's a 3. That's a 4. Just some sneaky naked singles in this puzzle that you just have to find to make progress, it looks like. Sometimes something as simple as a naked single can be difficult for a human to find. Computers think it's very easy. Of course, if you just pencil the whole grid, you'll find them all. So 7, 8, 9 are here, which means 1 and 2 are limited to here. So I'm going to mark that. Oops, 1 and 2. That's not a 2. But we kind of already knew that from these 1, 2s. Or we could have figured that out. There's just 4 digits left in this box. So we have 1, 2. We do need a 3, which is one of these two. Let's also center mark it. We need 5, 7, and 8. Ah, and the 7 doesn't go here. So that's important. Yeah, this 7 looks down. 7's in one of these two. That is going to point left, removing 7 from these two. So 7 is in one of these two. So now if this were 5, this is 5, and this is 7. Again, not entirely sure what to do with that, but it's interesting nonetheless. What else is in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is just 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. And this can't be 7, 8, or 9. So this is a 1 or a 2 only. And in fact, these can't be 7 because of the 7 in the column. So these are just 1, 2, 8, 9. Looking for triples. 4, 8, 7. Well, the 4 and the 7 are not given in the row, but there's 3 places for them. Okay. But that might be... Is there anything interesting to do with that? Let's do this top row. There's only 4 digits left. We have 1, 2. We need 3, 4. We have 3, 4. We need 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9 are in givens. So this is a 1, 6 only. See, we are finding there are several buy values in this grid. So we might be able to find something like a XY chain or even just like a Y wing. All sorts of things can be uncovered just by looking at our buy values. I'm going to start highlighting them, see if we can spot anything interesting pattern-wise. Nothing that pops out to me immediately. We kind of have something going on here, but it's not that interesting, I don't think. So if this is 7, that's 5. Otherwise, this is 9, that's 2. So we have a 5 or a 2 here, but that's not gonna do anything on its own. Maybe I just haven't found all the buy values yet, or maybe there's a naked single hiding somewhere. So I'm gonna have to just pencil more of the grid. Unfortunate. I don't like penciling the whole grid. But there's 5 left in this column, so let's start there. So we need a 1, 2, 3. We have 4, 5. We need 6 and 7. All right, let's clean this up. Here's another buy value. A 1, 6 buy value. And I am noticing things like this 1, 5, 6 maybe making a triple, or the 1, 4, 6 maybe making a triple. But there's nothing with that right now. There's so few cells left. Maybe I just go full candidate at this point. Just some of these seem very unrestricted. This cell maybe. It could be 1, it sees 2, could be 3, could be 4, could be 5, it sees 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, not too interesting there. This can't be 1, 2, or 3, or 4. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, not even 7. All right. I'm basically scanning our buy values right now to see if there's any interesting chains that we could use. This is a 5. These are both 9. Ah, interesting. Actually, we have this. This is a Y-wing. So if this is a 2, that's a 9. Otherwise, this is a 5 and that's a 9. There we go. That's a Y-wing. So let me explain that a bit better. I'm going to change the color on these. So I'm going to make this orange and I make these 2 blue. Orange is what's called usually the pivot, and blue are called the pincers. And this is a Y-wing, also sometimes called a bent triple. So the pattern you're looking for is 3 cells where 2 of them both see one of them, but the 2 don't see each other. And between them, they make a triple, and each one has a different buy value of that triple. So we have a 2-9, a 2-5, and a 5-9. And what that means is one of these two has to be 9. And so let me go over the logic of that. There's two states in existence for this puzzle. Either this is a 2 or this is a 5. I think we can agree on that. And so if it's a 2, then this blue cell here is a 9. Otherwise, the only other possibility is this is a 5, in which case this blue cell here is a 9. So one of these two is a 9. And what that means is any cell that sees both of these cannot be a 9. So most importantly, that's this cell right here. It's also, there should be one more cell. Actually, no, there isn't one more cell. It's the pivot itself. So yeah, this cell cannot be a 9, which does make it a 7. I think that's going to crack the puzzle. Yeah, so this can't be a 7. So by removing that corner mark, this is the only place for 7 in the box. This can't be 8. We have these resolved, 5 and 7. We now have a 3-8 pair here. The 5 looks up, making that the 9. That's a 5. Now this can still be a 9. Don't get confused. 1-6 pair here means this is not 1 or 6. This is not a 5. So the 5 goes here. Let's see, that's not a 9. We're getting some 1-6 pairs around the grid. Okay, so what else do we have? We just placed a bunch of digits, so I'm going to get rid of those corners because we have a pair now. So this should be a triple. 2-7-5 it looks like. 2-5-7 is what's left for that row. So this is also going to be a triple. We need 1. We have 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6. And we need 8. So that 1, 6, 8 means that this is the 4 and this is the 9. That's not a 4. That places this 4 based on our corner marks. That's why we corner mark at the start. Is at the end, it helps you really clean up all your hiddens that appear. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of our coloring at this point. It's more distracting than useful. I'm thinking this puzzle has collapsed. I just need to find... Let's see, this is 1, 5, or 6, but it can't be a 6. So it's only 1 or 5. Oh no, 1, 5, 6. I'm missing a digit. Actually, I have a 1, 5, 6 triple. I have a 1, 6 pair. Sorry, that's a 5, and then this is whatever's left. This is a 3, it looks like. So this is 9. Let's see. This is 4 or 6, I believe. That's not a 5. 1, 5, 9 here. Okay, so what's left? This column has a bunch left actually. I think I should just pencil the rest of this puzzle though. So let's start with this column. So I need 1, 2, 3. I have 4, 5. I need 6 and 8. And then this cell here maybe is the key. So it could be 1, 2, 3. Can't be 4, 5. Could be 6. Can't be 7, 8. It does not appear to be key. All right, so I'm missing something more obvious, probably. 3 pair. Maybe I have another pattern to find with buy values. More likely, I'm just missing a hidden single somewhere, but or maybe some claiming or pointing. Here we go. Here's some claiming. 9s are in one of these two because of this 2, 5, 9 triple. The 9 has to be in one of these two because it's not here. So that does claim these 2 9s. And so now where does 9 go in this column? It can only go here. So that's a 9. I believe it was the only place for 9 in the row as well, which I did not spot. That's one of the issues with full candidate is you start missing easy scans like that. 5 in this box is in one of these two. That's not that interesting. 2, 3 pair in this box. I was missing this whole time. That's 7 and 4. That's 2. This is now the 7 and the 5. That's a 3, 8, 3, 2. Here we go. Now we should just be able to follow our red marks for the rest of the puzzle. I think it's just going to finish by normal Sudoku rolls. Here we go. And we're done. About a half an hour to solve with explanation. So I hope that helped you. Really, it was the key was this Y-wing that I found, and really I found it just by staring at the buy values. So, you know, once you've filled in, if you find yourself with, you're not finding the singles, either naked or hidden, you're not finding pointing, claiming, triples, you know, doubles, triples, that sort of thing. If you're not finding any of that, then start staring at your buy values. If you have a way to highlight them to make them stand out, and start looking for patterns like Y-wings, XY chains. Just sort of follow them around and see if you see anything interesting. And you probably will find something interesting. Not always, but it's always a good place to start to when you run out of the sort of basics to do. The other thing that was really interesting, just right from the start, that kind of gave us a nice boost, was finding this New York Times hidden triple, right, where this had to be 487. That was very helpful, and it gave us the 2 and the 3. I think it might have given us another digit. So very cool. I mean, kind of your standard fare for a computer-generated puzzle. It seems like it was coded to require an advanced technique like a Y-wing in order to finish. So could not finish it with just basics, I'm pretty convinced. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful. And I'll see you in the next video.